Let's try this same method with our invalid argument. I1, all men are mortal. I2, Socrates is mortal. Therefore, I3, Socrates is a man. And the first task at hand is to figure out the logical form or the logical pattern of the argument or inference. So what we do is replace the men with rectangles, the mortal with ellipses, Socrates with triangles. And by the way, you're not going to have to go through this all the time. I just want to get you to understand it's important to just find the placeholders. And since some people get nervous every time you do X's and A's, they think we're getting into mathematics. I just want to make it clear that we're not. So we're going to replace men with the A's, mortal with B's, and the triangle for Socrates with X's. And let's move on. So what we need to do is try to fill in A, B, and X so that the premises are true and the conclusion's false. Well, I think I have a way of doing that. We're going to talk about fathers, males, and my brother, Steve, who's a bachelor, by the way, which is going to make it work. Because all fathers are male. That is true. All A's are B's. Now, Steve is a male. I already told you. The guy's my brother. If he's my brother, that makes him a male. I guess unless he's undergone a transgender operation. But let's not worry about that one because he hasn't. And then let's see what our conclusion is. Steve is a father. Well, he's a confirmed bachelor and careful, I might say. So we have a case where the premises are true and the conclusion is false. In other words, this is not a valid form of argument. It's an invalid pattern of inference. So, to sum up, it's going to suggest yet a third method of figuring out if our arguments are good or bad, or if we're trying to make arguments. It's going to help us make good arguments, and that is what we're going to do is we're going to spend some time identifying the common logical forms or patterns of arguments or inferences that are valid and are invalid. And we're going to really focus on the valid ones. And by doing that, identifying that makes determining the logical merit, the logical strength, the rational strength, whether conclusion follows logically from the premises of the argument, easier to determine. And in the next session, we'll be turning our attention to doing precisely that.